thank you so much for joining me here at Food Truck and Rock in New Jersey. How are you enjoying your morning so far, afternoon?
It's been great.
Great. Had a shower, had a coffee, had a Monster.
It was pretty awesome to wake up and look out the bus window and see the stage and like Godsmack's two of us. That's pretty cool.
You got a view on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're very excited to be here.
That's awesome. So what can you share with me about what you guys are working on right now? The last time we caught up, I think was it Rock on the Range, maybe?
Yeah,
probably was.
Yeah.
So we just shot a video for Become the Enemy.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. I think that comes out in a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, we
A lot of fire.
set all kinds of stuff on fire.
Didgeridoos,
And we were
drum
determined...
kits, guitars,
Drummers. No, not drummers, but we were determined to we wanted to make this cool badass video that had all these fire elements in it, and then we decided that we wanted to do all the stunts ourselves, so we didn't have anyone else in the shots. It was just us with fire and things on fire.
Oh my god, how did you guys prep for that?
I don't think you do really.
Yeah.
I think maybe a drink or two and that's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly. Dutch
Let's
courage.
do it.
But no, it was really cool. So we're very excited for people to see that.
That's awesome. I love the fact you guys haven't forgot the art of the music video, because I love to see that visual element to the
thank you.
songs
Yeah,
too.
it's
How
cool.
important is that going forward? Because I feel like a lot of times, it's like without MTV and stuff like that, we don't have those things anymore. But now YouTube is like where
Well,
it's
that's
at.
the thing,
YouTube's
yeah.
great.
YouTube's kind of the new MTV, and we always grew up being huge fans of not just music, but the videos that went along with them. So now that we get to make our own music videos, it's very cool to find ways to visually push the vision of the song. It's really fun.
Absolutely. So we've seen so many changes in the industry over the years. The biggest one being the uprise of social media, and the way
You're going to
that.
say the death of Elvis.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah. Well,
Well, that could be a conspiracy. Right?
Yeah. I
It's
think I
just saw him walking
yeah,
around here.
I think I saw him last time we were in Reno.
I'm sure there's a lot of them. But that's been the biggest change. Which ones have the biggest effect on the way that you guys approach everything?
I guess there are two. There's obviously the technology, which is on the one hand, made a different way that people consume music, but it's also made it possible to create music in other ways. So, for us it was cool because we got to produce this record ourselves, and we did half of it in hotel rooms and half of it in a lake house. So we didn't have to go and rent a massive studio. We could just take in racks of gear that we owned and set them up anywhere and record, in a house just by ourselves overlooking this lake. So, that's definitely a huge change that benefited the way that we were creating.
Yeah.
So, the place where you actually, sit down to record things, how much of an influence does that have? Does it sometimes become a character in the music too?
Well, I think, it was cool. Making the album in hotels meant that we were literally recording after we walked off stage. And often the recording process is quite divorced from the energy of playing live. So what we found that was awesome is that you'd walk off stage having just played a show, go straight into writing and recording, and you'd have all that energy and all that adrenaline from just playing on stage. And it does influence the kind of music that you write in an awesome way. And then also, sitting up in this remote lake house with no one around, just looking out over the water. We wrote a lot of power ballads. We had Michael Bolton come down.
Yeah, but we couldn't get him, he was happy to do it, but we couldn't get the copyright for the
Yeah.
approval.
We just had a few beers with
They're
Michael
incredible
Bolton.
though. The songs would be incredible. He might use them for his next
I'm
greatest hits.
so disappointed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
understand.
Next album's going to be Like a Storm meets Michael Bolton.
But it was cool. To
Bolton Metal.
to make an album in such an awesome place, not a studio where you're just watching the clock the whole time, and literally burning thousands of dollars. It was cool just to try every single idea we had. And when I look back at that part of the year, that was one of the highlights, was making that album in such a good spot.
I can imagine that the creative freedom's got to be there too, without somebody breathing down your neck going, this is the way that you have to do it.
It's incredible. might be the worst idea because that's how we come up with didgeridoo metal and voodoo metal, and so maybe somebody should have said no to all these ideas, but they're a ton of fun to do. You know?
Yeah, the fact that we got to, because we write our own music, but we also got to produce the album, meant that we had total freedom for any crazy idea we had. So as a musician, it's amazing.
Absolutely, I think it's got to be therapeutic. Like, I know, it's funny that you bring up the genres, like didgeridoo, metal, and stuff like that. It's like very hard. Like, I hate, like, as a journalist, they always want us to box an artist into one particular thing. I'm like, it's music. Like, it could be, like, artists can change and do different things. So do you guys feel it's important to kind of be a little experimental sometimes, even to keep it fresh for you?
I mean,
the weird thing is I don't even think we really think about it. We grew up listening to all different kinds of music, and part of what we love about writing our own music is that you get to incorporate all these different things that, something like the didgeridoo with hard rock, like we'd never heard that before. So it's not so much a conscious decision to try to push the envelope as it is just that's what we love about music and that's what we love about creating.
Yeah, I think you want to keep growing too. You want to keep getting inspired by new things because that really what keeps you in tune with that fan that first picked up the guitar or whatever. First started singing, first started playing in a band, and that's such a cool, like such a magical place to be in almost. Just so inspired. And so I don't know. We just
unicorns.
Listen. Yeah, rainbows.
Michael Bolton.
You can hear that on the tracks. You can really, get that
magical
sense.
I can picture it.
Yeah, you can picture them. And now setting on fire, and that's become the enemy video.
Are you guys ever surprised by which songs fans gravitate towards that you have a feeling
I'm surprised
about another
by
one?
any of them.
Yeah.
The fans
when you write something yourself, you just, you do your best, and it's your own personal emotions, your own personal experiences that go into the music. Like, you don't expect that people are going to connect with it. So it's like an amazing surprise that people go, oh man, like a song like Love the Way You Hate Me, for example, which just on a personal level just connected with so many people. I mean, you don't expect that. So it's like the most amazing surprise to have people say that they connect to these songs that you wrote about your own life.
Absolutely. And so what does the rest of the year hold in store for you guys?
A lot of touring. Yeah, a lot of touring, man. We're we're out with our boys in Otherwise. Right now we're playing the Food Truck Festival today. We're also doing Louder Than Life, which is going to be awesome. And then we'll be out on the road for the rest of the year, and we start the new year by playing Shivrock, which is going to be awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm always like a bunch of metal bands out on the sea. I don't know.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, exactly. We can swim, so we'll be alright.
Okay, you're good. You're
But
safe.
no, it's going to be awesome. I mean, we're just excited to be out touring and very excited to have our music on the radio. So just to be out playing with bands like Godsmack and stuff is amazing.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you guys for talking to us.
Thank you.